This practice is dedicated to Imbolc, or the Celtic festival celebrated at the first signs of spring, with lots of opportunities for heart openers and an invitation to let your inner light shine. Find a comfortable seat on your mat. If you like, you can sit on a block, a folded up blanket, or a cushion. Close your eyes. Start. Let's take 3 breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Start to connect to the present moment. Bring your attention inwards, forgetting about your day up till now. And start to connect with your breath. Observing your breath. Noticing the air that's moving in and out through your nose. The expansion and the contraction of your chest, of your belly. If you like, you can start to move a little deeper into your breath. From here, bring one hand to your belly, the other hand to your chest. Practice some full yogic breathing. Inhale to your belly, your rib cage, your chest. Exhale from your chest, rib cage, belly. Inhale into your belly, rib cage, and your collarbones. Exhale from your collarbones, your rib cage, and your belly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, filling up your lungs with air. In exhale, breathing out all the air once again. Find your own rhythm, breathing at your own pace, staying connected with your breath. After the next exhale, come back to your natural breathing and leave your hands at your knees once again. From here, open your eyes. We're going to move aside the block or the blanket or the cushion that you might be sitting on. Forward. We're going to sit on our heels. From here, coming up onto our knees, bringing our right foot out to the side, leaving our right hand on the right leg, lifting the left arm up, feeling the stretch in the left side body. Breathe. Exhale, bring the left hand onto the mat just underneath the left shoulder. Bring your right arm overhead towards the side, pushing the pelvis forward. Variation of gate pose. Looking up towards the sky. On the exhale, we're going to come up and change towards the other side. Exhaling, come up, bringing the right leg in, left leg out. First of all, left arm onto our left side, left hand on the left leg. Bring your right arm overhead, feeling the stretch in the right side body. Pushing the pelvis forward, breathe. The exhale, bring your right hand onto the mat, forming a straight line from the shoulder all the way down to your wrist. Pushing your pelvis forward and bring your left arm overhead, looking up towards the sky. Breathe. Exhale, come up, bring the left leg in towards center, sitting back. From here, bring your hands forward, coming into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. We're going to start to come forward on the mat, taking small steps throughout the top of the mat. Bend your knees. Then your hands trace the front of your legs till you come up into standing position at the top of the mat. Feet together, legs together in mountain pose, core engaged. Bring your hands together in front of your chest in Anjali Mudra. Inhale, looking up at your hands. Exhale, bending from the waist. Ultanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, hands on the mat, stepping or jumping back into plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. 2 steps or jump to the top of the mat, flat back position. Exhale, Ultanasana. Inhale, looking up towards your hands, Urdhva. Exhale, bring hands together in front of your chest. Inhale, stretching up, hands above your head. Exhale, folding from the waist, Ultanasana. Inhale, flat back position, hands on the mat. Step or jump back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Stepping or jumping to the top of the mat. Flat back position. Exhale, Ultanasana. Inhale, hands together. We're going to come up. Urdhva. Exhalando. Hands together in front of our chest. Drop your hands down to the side. Get ready for another variation of sun salutation. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Ultanasana. Inhale, flat back position. Here, we're going to retain our breath, stepping or jumping back. On the exhale, we lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Right foot in between your hands, left heel down. We're coming up, Warrior One. Hands on the mat, right foot back, plank pose. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Left foot in between the hands, spinning the right heel down. Coming up, Warrior One. Hands on the mat, left foot back, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Breathe here. 3 breaths. Look towards the top of the mat. A step or jump. Flat back position. Exhale, Ultanasana. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhalando, Tadasana. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhalando, Ultanasana. Inhale, flat back position. Retain a breath in a step. Or jump back into plank pose. Exhaling, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. From here, lift up your right leg in three-legged dog, bringing the right foot forward in between your hands in runner's lunge. When you're ready, lower down that left knee, coming up into crescent lunge. Make sure to lower your pelvis, to bring that right leg back into the right hip socket, pushing the left hip forward. Breathe. From here you can stay in this variation, or if you like, bring your hands to your sacrum. We're going to push our hips forward, trying to open up our chest. Slight back bend, looking upwards, breathing. And the exhale, come out of the back bend. From here you can leave your toes on the mat, the back toes, or if you like, you can leave the whole top of your foot on the mat in the variation that you prefer. We're going to extend our right leg, leaving our left hand on the left heel, making sure keep your balance here. Inhaling, lifting up the right arm, looking upwards, chest is open, finding your balance, breathing. The next exhale, bend your right knee, start to come out of the pose, bring your hands onto the mat, lifting up the back knee, we're in runner's lunge, right foot back, plank pose, lower down, Chaturanga, inhale, Urdhva Mukha, exhale, Adho Mukha. From here, lift up your left leg, three-legged dog, bringing that left foot in between your hands, lower down the right knee, coming up to crescent lunge, lower your pelvis, bringing that left leg back into the left hip socket and pushing your right hip forward. Breathe. From here, you can choose to stay in this variation, or you can bring your hands to your sacrum, pushing your hips forward, lowering down a little more, opening your chest, looking upwards, a slight back bend. Make sure to breathe here. Exhale, bring your hands back onto your left leg. As before, you can choose to keep your right toes tucked or not. Extending left leg. Bring the right hand onto the right heel. Make sure to keep your balance here, core engaged. Lifting up your left arm. Breathe. Embracing different movements that occur in your body while you're trying to maintain your balance. Exhale, bending that left knee, coming forward, hands on the mat, lifting up the right knee, runner's lunge, left foot back, plank pose, lower down, Chaturanga, inhale, Urdhva Mukha, exhale, Adho Mukha. 2 steps or jump to the top of the mat. Flat back position. Exhale, Ultanasana. Inhale, Utkatasana. Chair pose. Manthan, we're going to keep this pose 5 breaths. Core is engaged. Weight in the heels and the ball of the feet rather than in the toes. Make sure to breathe. For the next exhale, lift up, straighten your legs, lowering your arms, palms of your hands are looking towards the front of the mat. From here, we're going to lift up our heels, trying to keep our balance. We're going to start to come forward. Lowering upper body towards the mat. Drinking bird. From here, lower your heels down. Extend your arms towards the top of the mat, forwards. Hands are looking at one another. Really rooting that right foot in towards the mat. Now lift up the left leg. Devyasana 3, warrior 3. Left foot is in flex. Lifting your left leg high, forming a straight line. The tips of your fingers to your left heel. Start to bend that right knee. Stepping back to Devyasana, Crescent Lunge. Looking forward, making sure your left knee doesn't fall inwards. Left leg is engaged. Exhale, bring hands together, the chest, Anjali Mudra. And just like we did before, we're going to do a slight back bend, making sure not to change the position of the legs, looking upwards, core is engaged. Come back to center, straighten the right leg towards the mat, opening your arms and across and bending the right knee. Devyasana 2 or warrior 2. Careful with that right knee. Make sure it doesn't fall into the center line. Breathe. Your next exhale, flip the right palm. Come slightly forward. Then leaving your left hand on your left leg. You're going to bring that right hand up and overhead, looking up towards the sky, but without changing the position of the legs. Breathe. Exhale. Bring your hands onto the mat. Right foot back. We're in plank pose. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Lifting the left leg up. We're going to bring it lifting the left leg up. We're going to bring the left foot in between our hands. No. Stepping or jumping to the top of the mat. Flat back position. Exhale, Ultanasana. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Core engaged. Lowering your pelvis. Hands are facing one another. After the next exhale, straighten your legs, lowering your arms down. Palms are looking forwards. We're going to lift our heels up. Start to come forward, bending from the hips, drinking bird. Trying to keep our balance here, but accepting and embracing any sort of wobbles or movements that occur. Exhale, lower the heels down, bring our hands towards the top of the mat, forwards. Palms are looking at one another, lifting little by little the right leg up so you can form a straight line from your right heel all the way to your fingertips. Devyasana 3. Breathe. The exhale, bend that left knee, bring the right foot towards the mat. Untitled or Crescent Lunge. Looking forwards. Bring the palms together. Your chest. From here, and do another slight back bend, but only if you want to. Looking up towards the sky. Chest open. From here, come back towards center. Extend your left leg, bringing your left heel down, extending your arms, and bending the left knee. Devyasana 2, Warrior 2. Make sure your knee doesn't fall in towards the center line. Flip your palm, lifting up the left arm, bringing the right hand onto the back leg, looking upwards, chest is open. Make sure not to change the position of your legs. The exhale, bring your hands on towards the mat, left foot back, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha, downward dog. Lifting your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Bring your right foot in between your hands. Spin the left heel down, coming up into Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Move into Turkonasana, triangle pose. Leaving our right hand in our leg, foot, mat, or if you want a block, making sure to keep your chest open. Looking up towards left hand, extended towards the sky. Both legs are engaged. Breathe. Inhale, come up. We're going to turn this into a variation. So we're going to do Turkonasana once again. Bring our hands towards the right side of our mat. Palms are facing one another. We're going to slightly incline towards the right side, but not going down as much as before, so that we're able to keep this pose. On the exhale, bend the right knee, bring your hands towards the mat. If you want to, you can leave them on blocks to move into half splits. Lifting your left leg up. First thing we're going to do is a small drill. So inhaling, lowering the left leg down, exhaling, lifting it up quickly. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, one more. Inhale, and on the exhale, keep it nice and high, half splits, lifting your leg up towards the sky. Start to bend your right knee, bring your left foot onto the mat, runner's lunge, spinning your left heel down. We're going to come up, adjusting our feet. Feet are facing outwards. We're going to move into Devyasana, or goddess pose, bending our knees, bringing the pelvis forward. Find a comfortable position for you, lowering the pelvis down. Bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra, in front of your chest. Breathe. The exhale, we're going to bring our hands towards the right side. Bring our right leg back, lowering down. Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Lifting your left leg up. We're going to bring our left foot in between our hands, spinning the right heel down, coming up into Warrior Two. Extend the left leg, starting to come forward till we can leave our left hand on our leg, on our foot, on a mat, or on a block. Making sure to keep your chest open. Untitled Turkonasana, triangle pose. Both legs are engaged. We're looking up towards the right hand. Breathe. Inhale, coming up, moving into a variation of Turkonasana, bringing our hands, palms facing one another towards the left hand side. We're going to start to lean to the left, but to move a little less into the pose so that we're able to keep our chest open. Make sure that your core is engaged here. On the next exhale, bend your left knee, bring your hands onto the mat. If you need to, you can grab some blocks to leave them underneath your hand till you're able to come up into half splits. Inhale, lower your right leg down. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Once more. Inhale, exhale. This time, keep your right leg pointing up towards the sky. Start to bend your left knee. Bring your right foot onto the mat. Runner's lunge. Spinning your right heel down. We're going to come up and adjust your feet so that you're in a comfortable position for Devyasana, goddess pose. Toes are pointing outwards, sort of towards the corners of the mat. Your knees, pelvis forward. From here, you can take the same mudra as before, or if you prefer, leaving our fingers like this. crossing our wrists, interlacing the fingers. They're not in Chin Mudra. And bring our hands together towards our chest. Make sure to lower down your pelvis. And the next exhale, bring your hands towards the front of the mat. Front foot back, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. We're going to move into plank pose. Bring our weight forward towards our hands. From here, side plank on the right side, Vasisthasana. Hips are high. Bring the sole of your left foot onto the mat, right knee into your chest. Extend your right leg and bring that right foot onto the mat. Chest open. Fallen triangle. Breathe here. Exhale. Bring your left hand towards the mat. Right foot back next to the left. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Once again, moving into plank pose. Bringing our weight towards our hands, towards the front of the mat. Moving into side plank on the left side, Vasisthasana. Lifting up that right arm. From here, bring the sole of the right foot onto the mat. Left knee into our chest. Extending the left leg and bringing the left foot onto the mat, pushing our hips forward, looking up, fallen triangle. And exhale, bring your right hand onto the mat, left foot back next to the right, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Bring your knees to the mat. From here, we're going to practice Sirsasana or headstand. If you prefer to rest, you move into Balasana, child's pose. Leaving your forehead on the mat. Breathing completely here. If you'd like to practice Sirsasana, we're going to bring our forearms onto the mat. First of all, measuring the distance. We should be able to grab the opposite elbows with our hand. From here, interlacing our fingers. Last pinky should be tucked. We're going to bring the top of our head onto the mat with a little bit of space between our hands and our head. Tucking your toes and lifting your knees off the mat. First of all, you can practice trying to walk a little closer towards the top of the mat with the idea of bringing your hips in a straight line with your shoulders, with your head. If you like, you can practice from here, bending one knee and the other. And with time, you should be able to straighten your legs above your head, making sure to engage your whole body, pointing your toes. If you like, you can always practice this pose next to the wall. Come out of the pose, bend your knees, bring them in towards your chest, extending one leg, extending the other, knees onto the mat again. I'm going to rest here in child's pose a moment. Your forehead onto the mat, breathe deeply. Inhale, I'm going to come up, hands in our lap, bring our chin towards our chest. I'm going to draw circles with our nose, stretching all four sides of our neck. change directions. It's important to dedicate some time stretching our neck, to resting after practicing Shavasana. The next time your chin is at your chest, you can bring your head up once again. We're going to start to practice Camel Pose or Ultanasana, tucking our toes, making sure our legs are in a straight line from our hip bone down to our knees. Bring your hands to our sacrum, pushing the pelvis forward, chest open. Start to move into the back bend, opening your chest, looking upwards. If you don't have any problems with your neck, you can release your head back. Make sure to breathe in this pose. The exhale, bring your chin back towards your chest, sitting back on our heels. Resting for a couple of moments. Yeah. Practice this pose one more time, tucking our toes. If you like, you can stay here in the last variation, or if you like, you know that you're more flexible, even if you just want to try it. Once you've expanded your pelvis forward, you can bring your hands onto your heels, making sure not to collapse here, always pushing our pelvis forward. And if you're ready, releasing your head. This variation is not for you. Just move back into the last variation. Bring your hands back towards your sacrum. You should be able to breathe at all times in this pose. If you notice it's a little bit difficult, you need to come out slightly. Bring your hands to your sacrum, chin to chest. Sitting back on our heels. Devyasana, hero pose. Bring your hands to the mat, legs towards one side. We're going to lie back on the mat in Ultanasana, hugging our knees to our chest. From here, bring your right hand to the right knee, left hand to the left knee. We're going to bring our knees towards the right side. Inhaling, bring our knees towards the front, towards the left. And exhaling as they come back towards our chest. Making circles with the knees. Massaging the sacrum. Change sides. Bring your knees towards the left side, towards the front, towards the right side, and back in towards your chest. Hug your knees, your chest, once again. From here, we're going to extend our left leg long. Bring it onto the mat. Right knee is still in on our chest. And close your eyes here. We're going to change. Bring our left knee in, hugging both knees. And extending the right leg long. Making sure that left knee is still hugging in towards the chest. Bring that right knee back in. From here, bring your feet onto the mat. The final pose, you have the option of moving into Shavasana, or if you prefer Turkonasana, bringing the soles of the feet together, opening your knees. Bring your pelvis slightly towards the front. And leave your hands as you do in Shavasana, palms facing upwards, or if you prefer, one hand at the belly, one hand at the chest. Choose the pose that you prefer. Close your eyes. Let's take a final breath together. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Letting your body absorb the nutrients of your practice. Recommend staying here for some time, a couple of minutes. Feel free to pause the video and do so. Come back to your physical body, moving your toes, moving your fingers. Use your hands, close your knees, stretching your arms overhead, waking up your body little by little. From here, let yourself fall towards one side. Fetal position. When you're ready, push yourself up to a cross-legged seated position. Your back nice and straight, chin slightly tucked. Close your eyes. Bring your hands together at your chest. Bring your forehead towards your hands slightly. Namaste.